Pleasant good afternoon to Miss Michelle Coelho and my fellow colleagues. My name is Alandi Martin and these are my colleagues.
Miss Serena Harrow.
Miss Kishana Richards.
Miss Eileen Campbell.
And today our group project is based on the grade 4 21st century classroom.
Okay, we go right ahead. Open the door.
Welcome.
Security lock.
Welcome.
Welcome to our 21st century classroom, grade 4. So first, over here, we would look at the pupils' activity. We have some worksheet, some flashcards, some crayon, and some little counters. So just in case in spirit time, they could just come and do a little activity by themselves. And here, we have our fire extinguisher just in case of fire. We have it just here. Our water dispenser. We have it hot and cold so that the children could get whatever temperature water they need. We have our class list with our children here, just in front here, so you could just check the class list if you want to know how many children in the class. We have our months of the year, our days of the week, and our clock. We have here our camera to check, to be monitoring the children or monitoring the classroom even when the teachers are not in the classroom and children are in here, or just in case that the parents accuse or the children go home and tell the parents that the teacher did something out of the way in the classroom, so that the camera here would monitor every activity that would be going on in the class. We have our whiteboard here, easy to erase. You write on, you could draw on. The children would be able to work easily on the whiteboard. Then we have our smart TV for doing presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation. And then we have like videos we could do with the class, show the class on based on the different lesson. And then we have our learners work display center at the back here. This space is laid out for the children to display all the work that they did in the class. This section is to display that. Then we have, okay, we go straight ahead to the teacher's table. The teacher's table is placed in the middle of the class so that the teacher would have access to see everything that is going on around in the class. The computer, the laptop on the table here, teacher's table, would be recording all of the documents that required in the classroom. So the teacher would be marking register online. You would be doing all the different records for the classroom online, strictly online. Then we have our children, the desk and bench. We have their tablet here, so they will be working, like doing lesson online. We cater for 12 learners in the classroom. Why we cater for 12 learners? So that they would be enough space to distance them in time, just in case we have like a COVID-19 pandemic, so that we could have enough space in the classroom for them.
Over here we have the administrative center. We have the national anthem, the school songs, the prayers. We have the school pledge, the mission statement, and the vision statement for the school. And here we have a little Wi-Fi backup system in case of any shortage of we have the backup system in case the Wi-Fi or the system is going slow. Here we have the research center for each child. We also have a cupboard here to store books. Here we have our social studies center. We have the family tree, the good manners that the children should learn or should know. We have the weather system, symbols, sorry. We have the administrative regions with their natural regions, and we have the 10 administrative regions here, and the monuments of Guyana.
Okay, here we have the manipulative center. This is just an event. We have, some children who would have started school late, and we just find some things for them to be occupied in. And over here we have our reading corner. We have little books that they can come and sit and read. We have our little benches where they can come and be comfortable in the reading corner. We also have a mat. They can lie down, sit. However they feel comfortable in reading, they can read. Over here we also have some sight words, as you can see. Then we also have the alphabet chart. We have it in cursive style and in script over here. Then we have the language center with synonyms, parts of speech.
It's our science center where we have pictures with the solar system. We have the different types of digestive system. We have the reproductive system. We have about the human mouth. We also have the pie chart, the different types of food, parts of the body, and the male utero. We also have these little
Transparent sick bay. Why this is like this is because the teacher can easily see through, or can see through when the child is sick. And why we have this here, in case of any emergency or if a child gets sick, we can take them in here to wait until the parent reach to take them to the hospital. And we also have a bathroom and toilet section here.
Okay, we have our mathematics center here, where we have our multiplication table, our numbers, where the children can come from 1 to 100, or they can come here and identify numbers. We also have the place value chart, so when they're given work, it will be easy for them to recognize it. We have our fractions, 3D shapes. We also have our angles, the classification of different angles. As we can see, we have some addition. We have addition sign. When you add the numbers, this is the answer. We're looking at the hand washing sink. So what happens here is that when our children come, they can wash their hands before they enter the class, or they can also wash their hands after they finish eating at lunch or at break time. Yeah, that's good. This here, they can use it before eating and after eating lunch. What inside?
Okay, here we have our bin so that the children could practice for a clean environment, and they won't throw the garbage around the classroom. They would throw it in the bin. Here we have our class plant and some little animals for a science corner also. Then we have here our our AC system. We using the AC because we would have a normal temperature for the children. It won't be too hot, too cold, so that the children will be comfortable for learning. Okay, so here we have our solar system, our backup solar system for our class, so that if the general current, we have a current outage of the school, we have our backup solar system here, so that it could generate for the class, so that we could continue with the class, than interrupting the class session if you're doing like an online, like a lesson, so that it will not interrupt the class session. So we will just use the backup system for that. So this is our solar system for the class. And here we have our Wi-Fi antenna. So with the system that the AC would also be working so that the place would not be overheated. And here is our cupboard for our storage for the different things like books and so on that the children would be using, textbooks and so on. Okay, so that's our 20th classroom.
And this brings us to the end of our presentation for the grade 4 21st century classroom. Thank you for watching.